Investigators from the Grants Pen police station in St. Andrew have arrested and charged 5 women with the attack in which a 17-year-old girl was battered along Barbican Road in the parish on Saturday, November 9. Charged with wounding with intent and unlawful wounding are 28-year-old Shakima McLeod, otherwise called Kima, 33-year-old Nadine Aldridge, 45-year-old Yolande Vassell, 22-year-old Timony Williams, otherwise called Rusty, 26-year-old Kajan Lewis, otherwise called Chrissy. All 5 accused women are of Barbican Road, St. Andrew addresses. Reports are that about 11:30 p.m., the now injured teen and McLeod had an argument that developed into a brawl, which Aldridge, Vassell, Williams, and Lewis joined. The now complainant was subsequently beaten until she was unconscious. She was taken to hospital, where she was admitted in serious condition. All 5 women are to appear in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Wednesday, December 2nd. A Jamaican-born man who was on life support in a United States hospital died on Tuesday, 10 days after he was punched in the face by a man and hit his head on a sidewalk. Lenford Johnson, a 62-year-old auto mechanic, was born and raised in St. Ann, Jamaica before migrating to the U.S. some 20 years ago. According to the New York Daily News, Johnson, whose nickname was Bug Guy, was punched by a man at the command of 2 others during a dispute. Johnson then hit his head on the sidewalk outside the Caribbean American Entertainment Center on Nostrand Avenue near Tilden Avenue in East Flatbush, about 3 a.m. on November 7. The man had earlier accused the Jamaican of allegedly making a sly remark at his sister inside a bar. Johnson was assisted to the hospital, where he died after 10 days on life support. The police have not arrested anyone in relation to the incident. In an interview with the New York Daily News, Johnson's stepdaughter, Tracy Lewin, said doctors gave her stepfather 1% chance of surviving and he had bleeding in his brain. According to reports, Johnson enjoyed cooking for his friends as he listened reggae music at his home. He loved to feed people. "We have a backyard and that's everyone's spot," the stepdaughter told reporters. "He was frying fish, making festival before he even went to the bar," she added. It was no surprise that Johnson worked as a chef on a cruise ship before settling into his career as a mechanic in the Brooklyn area of New York. Bobby Brown Jr., the son of singer Bobby Brown, was found dead at a Los Angeles home Wednesday. He was 28. Los Angeles police spokesman Officer Jeff Lee said officers were responding to a medical emergency when they found Brown Jr.'s body around 1:50 p.m. at a home in Encino, the Los Angeles Times reported. Brown Jr. was pronounced dead at the scene. Lee said police believe no foul play was involved and additional details on the death weren't immediately released. Brown Jr. was the son of Bobby Brown and Kim Ward. His son's death is the latest in a string of misfortune for Bobby Brown. In 2012, his ex-wife, legendary singer Whitney Houston, was found dead after drowning in a Beverly Hills hotel room bathtub. Coroner's officials ruled Houston's death accidental and said heart disease and cocaine were contributing factors. Their daughter, Bobby Christina Brown, was found face down in a bathtub at her suburban Atlanta home on January 31, 2015. She was in a coma for 6 months before dying in hospice care at age 22. Investigators with the medical examiner's office were not able to determine exactly how Bobby Christina Brown died. An autopsy showed that she had morphine, cocaine, alcohol and prescription drugs in her body. Bobby Christina's ex-partner Nick Gordon, who was found liable in her death, died earlier this year. He was 30 years old. Gordon was never criminally charged in the case, but he was found responsible in a wrongful death lawsuit. An Atlanta judge ordered him to pay $36 million to Brown's estate. Brown started his singing career as a member of the R&B group New Edition before becoming a solo artist with hits such as My Prerogative and Every Little Step. Romeo Major, manager of dancehall artiste Chenzia, has come to her defense saying that a U.S. media outlet's bashing of the dancehall singer for performing at an outdoor concert in Wywood, Florida, on Saturday night is unreasonable. In an Instagram post Monday afternoon, Major mused, "We are artists, we are management, and we get book. If someone books us for a show, and we ask them if it's okay for the show to be kept in their area and they approve it, I don't see we're doing anything illegal. First of all, the promoter got his permit, and a lot of police was at the venue working." Major was responding to the brouhaha created by a story aired by ABC affiliate Local 10 WPLG, titled "Super Spreader Event in Wynwood Sign of the Times as to Why COVID-19 Cases Are Rising," which was aired on Local 10's Sunday news program, This Week in South Florida. The piece showed clips of the foreplay singer DJing and gyrating on a stage, surrounded by a throng of her cheering Shenyang's who had flocked stage-side sans masks. The positivity rate right now is hovering near 10%, and experts say that is alarming, especially considering doctors are seeing more people coming through the doors at hospitals with COVID-19. And all of this is happening as we get wind of an event over the weekend that has all the parameters of what could be considered just a super spreader event, news reporter Terrell Forney said. Hundreds of people were packed in side by side Saturday night at an outdoor concert in Wynwood. They were there to see Jamaican dancehall artiste Shenzia performing, but without any obvious enforcement of COVID-19 social distancing rules. It is one example of why experts believe that South Florida, among other places around the country, are speeding toward an unsettling peak in coronavirus cases, the reporter added. As of Monday, Florida has recorded 885,000 positive cases and close to 18,000 deaths. Shenzia is not the first Jamaican dancehall artiste to have come under scrutiny in the US for performing at an event where COVID-19 protocols appear to be breached. In September, Sinjay Dexta Daps was under the microscope after he reportedly held a secret concert in Brooklyn, New York, which breached social distancing and other COVID-19 protocols. Dancehall star I-Octane will be unleashing a barrage of upcoming releases in the coming weeks as he prepares to launch his fourth studio album, Reggae Booth, in the first quarter of 2021. He will be shooting visuals for singles such as Check Out on the Child's Play Rhythm for Landmark Records, as well as singles such as Rasta Love for Big Zim Records, Someone to Love for ZJ Chrome, and Next for Good Productions. These visuals for new singles will serve as the perfect holdover until his new album drops in 2021. "Me just warm up the place until the album drops," he said. The 17-track album is the long-awaited follow-up to Love and Life, which debuted at number 2 on the Billboard Reggae charts and hit number 1 on ethnic reggae charts in 21 different countries. The project will feature superstar collabs with names such as Gentleman, Agent Sasco, DeMarco, De Professa, and Stephen Marley, alongside Octane's protege, Banks, and his teenage daughter Octavia. He is also doing double duty as the head of his own production label, CTG. He has overseen the production of videos for artists signed to his label, songs such as Escape on the Liquid Sunshine Rhythm featuring Banks and Octavia, as well as a video for female artiste Posh, which was shot in New York City, and will be released next month. In the meantime, Octane has several shows booked in the US over the next 2 months. The shows, which will adhere to COVID-19 health protocols, include one with Dovey Magnum on November 24 in Queens, New York, a show in Panama City, Florida, a show in Orlando on December 19 alongside Mavado and Yannick Curvy Diva, and a show in Atlanta on December 27. Gambia request me again for a show in January 2021, he said. The dancehall star just landed a major collaboration with a well-known hip-hop star that he believes will change the balance of power in the dancehall game. "I just completed a big collab with a major hip-hop star, but I can't reveal who just yet, so the fans can look out for that. I am also shooting a host of visuals for songs that will be released in the next few weeks," he said. I-Octane uses his lyrics to elevate, inform, and inspire the youth, instead of focusing on the demoralizing aspects of human nature. He has a word of advice for young upcoming artists. "All young artists should respect those who do it over a decade and still relevant. Don't confuse legacy with hot. You have to be dominant in the first 2 years of your career, but I can count 20 artistes before me who were hot and now are nowhere to be found. As an artiste, you have to make long-term decisions to take you to the next level, he said. Octane waxed philosophical as he pleaded with young artistes to become a better version of yourselves. The reason I survived so long is that I realized early that I will not be the favorite, even now. Those who ruled me out have become an inspiration, and I have run an excellent race. Time the master, you don't have to be the favorite, just be the best version of yourselves, he said. Octane said that he feels motivated to mentor young artistes because of the personal fight he got while he was coming up. When I was younger and hot, the older artistes bashed me, and said I didn't know how to get out of Jamaica, I was just hot locally. They didn't share the knowledge of how to get into foreign markets and establish links, but I learned the hard way and I am ready to share that knowledge with everyone who will take the time out to listen, he said.